What's happening, everybody? I have some pickups. Let's go through them right now. Now, these first ones are actually gifts from Hidden Game Room HDR, so I highly appreciate this. I wasn't expecting them. They just came in the mail one day, and I was like, whoa. So, super cool. Earlier, Do You Nerd had sent me a couple of Masters of the Universe books, The River of Ruin and Skeletor's Flower Power. And there's a certain amount of books in the series. Well, HDR actually sent me the rest within that series, so really highly appreciative of that. And they are The Horde, Tila's Secret, I have the power. Good stuff. And He-Man Smells Trouble. So very nice of him. Appreciate Do You Nerd and HDR for sending those books. They're fun read. Pretty cool read. But yeah, all the characters in there. But yeah, highly appreciative of that for sure. And now I've been getting a bunch of deals, like if you're into like video games or certain action figures, like I definitely highly recommend going to Facebook groups, because I'm in one MOTU Facebook group, and a lot of people are actually selling, especially a lot of their Origins collections. And so I was able to pick up two things that I didn't have. One of them being the land shark. I am eventually going to open this, but not now. Not until that room is a little bit further along and I set up my scene, my MOTU scene, whenever that may happen. I do have some vehicles and I have some room. I have an idea of what I want in my head, so that was cool. I was able to pick up that figure and this one as well. This is one I wasn't going to pick up, but the price was right, and so I figured I would. His hand fell off. I didn't put it on there good enough. And so I'll show both of them off. So I have the vintage figure of Leech. So I decided to go with the alternative head and hands, because this figure is considered a deluxe figure, so it has the old style head and the old style suction hands, like the original, the vintage one here. But we already have the vintage one. I decided to go with the alternative look, so we have the two faces of Leech. So I decided to pull the trigger there. I thought that was really cool. And I was at Target too, and I hadn't seen this Origins figure. This is a MOTU figure in a while, so it was kind of random that it was there. And that's Buzzsaw Hordak. Now I already have like the blue Hordak and the vintage, the Super 7 blue Hordak and the vintage gray Hordak, but this one was kind of more complete with the cape and everything like that, and I thought it was kind of cool looking figure, so I decided to pick him up. I like the looks of this figure, especially with the cape and everything. There is like a saw that's in there that can part of the action feature, but I'm not really going to use him for that. I'm just going to display him. But yeah, so pick that up. Decide why not. Now, these next two pickups were actually at a store. So they buy inventory from other stores that have either had fires or have gone out of business, liquidating stuff. So they had these figures, and they're more modern figures, and they're ones that I wasn't going to pick up, but they were half the price of what they usually go for. So I decided, heck yeah, I'm going to pick them up. So I did. The first one being a MOTU Origins figure. And that is Mossman. It smells like pine too. So this figure retail goes for $40. At this store, should have bought it when I saw it at Martin's. That really is a thing, because I bought him for $20, which honestly, for that figure, I mean, they may go down in price eventually, but right now, it's a steal, so I decided to pull the trigger. And so I had him like the alternative look. Now, this again is a deluxe figure. This has the fur and the smell and everything. One reason why it's the price it is. So they do have, like, this is the vintage figure. They do have like the vintage head, and it did come with both of these weapons. This is more the vintage weapon, but I decided to display, like the Leech decided to display the alternative look for Mossman. I just think it almost like an army builder, right? But I think it's a cool look. It's kind of like, it's basically Beastman with fur, and he's green, right? But yeah, I thought that was cool, so that was a really good pickup, I thought. And now growing up, my favorite toys in order were actually were number 1 were He-Man figures, 2 was Transformers, and then 3 Star Wars. But in 4th place would be G.I. Joe. I didn't really have that many of G.I. Joe because, you know, you only have so many toys growing up. And I had a few G.I. Joes. My 2 favorite were Cobra Commander and Destro. And I saw this because this is kind of a beefed up, like a big looking Destro. So these usually retail at $24 or $25. Again, same store, Martin's, half of that price. And so I was like, man, I can't pass this up. Destro and Cobra Commander, my two favorite. They didn't have Cobra Commander, but they had Destro, and just amazing figure. A lot of articulation. You know, you can articulate the hips, the knees, the ankles, even the torso, the arms, of course, the shoulder joints. And this is really cool as well because comes with a couple of weapons. We have one here, and then there's a pistol. That does come out, but I'm not gonna fight it, but I put it in a holster. It also comes with these stands. I'm not gonna lie though, it's hard to get them on this stand, but shows the Cobra symbol, which is super cool. And then has the money and little computer, Mars. That's of course the company that he runs, which manufactures weapons and everything like that. But this necklace too, that necklace kind of is loose there. Just a lot of detail, really great figure. If I ever were to get another one of these, it would just be Cobra Commander. I'm not getting into this series, but one of my favorite G.I. Joe figures growing up. So to have a larger size Destro is super cool, and at half the price, I figured I'm gonna go for it. So yeah, so Destro. So a lot of good pickups. I feel like, you know, finished the series of the Masters of the Universe, Destro. We have the new Leech, which looks really different. You have the Land Shark, Hordak. You can't ever go wrong, you know, next to Hordak. Maybe I can make him. Maybe I can do a paint job and make him look like Lord Prime. Well, Horde Prime. I'm sorry, Horde Prime. And then Mossman. And it's funny though too, because my wife surprised me with He-Man Christmas special, and actually Horde Prime is on there. He doesn't look like anything. He's just kind of like a black mist. But I will say that wasn't a bad Christmas cartoon. So yeah, that was kind of cool. It was from '86, I think it was. So it was really cool. Anyway, those are my pickups. What do you guys picked up? I hope you enjoyed the video. That's gonna do it for me. So until next time, see you bye.